Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for this episode of Bullet Points this morning, while we await Mr. Biden's famous executive actions announcement around ghost guns, we're going to talk about an article that I have found in the San Francisco Examiner. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the losses from the gun controllers, it's starting to take effect on them. I'm telling you, this article goes from it's never going to work, it's not going to work, it's pointless to pursue it, and even if it does work, the Senate is unfairly stacked for gun right advocate states. You can't make this up. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of this one, and make sure you are subscribed so when we hit Biden's new announcements today of the new ghost gun rules, you'll be the first one to know on this channel. So with that said, let's get into this because I cannot wait to show you this article. Opinion. The sobering reality behind the fight for stricter gun laws. The 5 states that thwart passage of federal legislation have a combined population of 6 million. Now, right off the gate, they're going after the whole population argument. Only 6 million people don't want the gun rights inhibited and infringed upon, but the other 58 million do. It's unfair. Unfair, I tell you. Until you look at our whole system of government and realize it's a representative system of government. We go through this every 4 years with the Electoral College as well. It's not fair that a small state with a lesser population has this amount of vote, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's all the same things, right? But listen to where they go, because it's very interesting how they completely undermine gun control and then complain that the Senate is unfairly stacked for gun right states in advocating for said gun control. They just said it wasn't going to work. Okay, check this out. Yet those who rush to build momentum for stricter gun laws need to be clear-eyed about 2 sobering realities. First, no measure will end gun violence. I thought gun laws were the magic bullet. Not with 400 million weapons already in the public's hands. Banning ARs might curb some of the most high-profile killings. Expanding background checks to include guns purchased at gun shows or making it tougher for those with a history of mental illness or violence to obtain guns might at least slow down access to the deadly intent. Removing the gun industry's liability exemption might make some manufacturers think twice about producing tools designed to kill. But each may only make a dent in the nation's horrific murder rate. Assault weapon killings grab headlines, but FBI statistics show roughly as many people are killed by fists or feet. That's something you would hear on this channel, because fist and feet actually kills more than ARs, more than rifles every year. But they don't tell you that. Well, this individual is completely undermining the gun control point, stating the exact fact that they usually try to brush under the rug. Americans purchased nearly 20 million firearms last year. And among those used in murders, roughly 9 out of 10 are handguns. There's another thing that we talk about. It's not about ARs. It's not about the guns. It's about the individual. More exhaustive background checks may keep weapons away from some, though it will likely drive more sales underground. Now you're alluding to a gun black market. Is this me writing this? Because this person is sitting all of our points. Actually, pretty well. But here's where it goes off the rails and they start going after the very foundations of our democratic system, of our representative system. I know it's a democratically elected republic. I know. That doesn't mean these proposals aren't worthwhile. Abandoning a measure because it doesn't solve the entire problem would be as foolish as giving up on the situation because it only is 93% effective. If gun control laws were just 10% effective, thousands of lives could be spared each year. Interesting. And that brings up the second big barrier to enacting effective gun laws. So all that was number 1. In a nation of porous borders, it will take federal legislation to make a sizable dent in gun violence. And there is virtually no chance of passing gun measures through a Congress, which is structurally stacked in favor of rural gun-loving states. Now let's just pause that for a second. How so? That makes 0 sense because if you're going from the population argument, we have a body called the House of Representatives, which is governed by population density. So I don't really understand where you're going with this. House seats are redistributed, taken away, and given based off of census data. So it's the population. So what could you be referring to? Maybe it's the Senate that you don't like because it gives equal representation to every single state. The explanation is that rural states, where gun ownership is high, have outsized voting power in the Senate and can kill virtually any law that inhibits their ownership rights. The 5 states with the highest rates of gun ownership, starting with Montana, have a combined population of 6 million people, roughly the size of the Bay Area, and they send 10 senators to Washington. Now, the whole point here is they're alluding to the fact that the population is different, so the representation should be different. That's called the House of Representatives. So essentially, now they did not say it in this article, essentially this gun control advocate is so frustrated with the gun control that is not working, they are willing to get rid of the Senate because they want a population-based natural democracy, which is the worst thing on the planet. We're making them lose some marbles upstairs. Just saying. And that's what I've got for you guys tonight, or to this afternoon. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.